I work in a home supporting people with mental illness. And every day I go into work, it's kind of like going into this workshop where I am working on helping to shape these lives to learn some very basic skills that probably most of us take for granted. And this morning, I was talking to one of the individuals I support, and yesterday we had taken a bus ride together, and he was sharing with me some of his experiences and some of his perspectives. Now, he has a mental illness that sometimes can lend itself to creating stories that aren't true. And I was trying to tell a story of my own to show him that maybe the perspective he was looking at wasn't entirely accurate. And so I go through this story of telling him how I was on the bus and interacting with this person, and I had actually been staring at a person, and then the person looked at me and I realized, wow, I've just been staring at this person. And I was trying to correlate it to, we're not always staring at people because we think they're famous or because we want their autograph or because we want them in a sexual manner. I was just saying the story because sometimes we just stare at people and that's what happens. So I tell him that story, and immediately after I end the story, he goes into, well, this and this and this and this and this, kind of the same perspective that he's coming from. And I go, okay. Did you hear the story I just told you? And he goes, no, tell me the story again. So I go, okay. So I tell him the story again for the second time. And I go into detail, and I'm kind of going into a little bit more detail of the story, and I get to the end, and he goes into the exact same tirade. He's going in the exact same direction. And I stop him and go, hold on, wait. Did you just hear the story I just told you? And he goes, well, you said this and this and this, and they really weren't parts of my story. And so I said, can I tell you the story one more time? He goes, fine. And so I tell him the story a third time. And after I get done, again, this same perspective he's just going at, and I learned something today. I think I knew this maybe more intuitively, but I don't think I'd ever pressed him like I pressed him today. And I learned that when he is going down a certain train of thought and a certain train of thinking, I can say almost anything, and he's actually really not listening. And that's valuable information.